Wow. Caught a dash in something there. You've got some grass, another fridge. Looks like he's doing a house conversion. Giving him the thumbs up as he's driving past. Why would you do that? Quick photo. Absolutely crazy.
Helping out, and
This started off here, literally, you know, the lamppost is there.
But it's normal. But that's normal here all the time. It happens all the time, but not to this extent because of the.
How often do they do collections?
Sorry.
How often do they do the collections?
In Smalley, I just live there. We've had it now after 7 or 8 weeks.
I thought it's probably at least once a week or fortnightly.
No.
Like
You know what? What's sorry, brother? Go on. You carry on.
Okay.
You're more important.
What we've said, nothing important. We were just saying, what we've actually found out is there's institutional racism within Birmingham City Council that's allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, and I can back that with evidence.
Guess where is me? You're seeing that. I think you should know where I am. Let's go and search for some cat-sized rats in Birmingham, where they have a rubbish collection issue. Mattress here. Mattresses. Look. This flare's had enough. Let's take a quick snap.
Who actually run this and have shops on the main road, control what we call the labour bank votes. So a lot of this rubbish is business. It goes to the lifestyle, it goes to the
That's a few households there. Don't know if the camera's getting it. Crazy. Who wants to buy a new mattress?
Labour have got to finish this. There's never going to be any change if we continue to vote Labour. Unfortunately, this has been going on for years.
Don't vote Labour. He's saying. But it looks like they don't care either. So, off to the next one.
Right.
How you doing? You okay?
What are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just having a look around the area. Is this one of the worst hit areas, is it?
Yeah. It's there's a lot going on here. So what you'll see is, are you from here?
No, you're on camera as well, by the way.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So what it is this is you normally get sore hair all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But it's been exacerbated by the fact that there's a bin strike.
Okay.
So the issue is you'll get this more or less in every Labour-controlled area in inner city Birmingham.
Yeah.
And the reason you'll get it in inner city Birmingham and Labour-controlled areas, calm down.
Yeah.
The reason you'll get that in inner city areas in Birmingham is simply because a lot of this waste is from businesses and commercial waste.
Sure, yeah.
Those are the same ones that are businesses that are actually contravening regulations when it comes to food, health, safety. Those are the ones that are fly tipping a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those businesses are the ones that will control what we call bank votes.
Yeah.
So these are heads of families. There's a lot of tribal politics playing out here. They control all the votes, so they know that if they can get a councillor in place that they put in, that councillor will not go against them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it's for their interest,
So
really.
it's definitely their interest, which is why you'll find very few shops. You could, and this is reciprocated on every main road with
Yeah.
the Labour control. So whether it's this road, Green Lane, Coventry Road, Alum Road, Washwood Heath Road, Ladypool Road, Stoney Lane, Stratford Road, every single road where there's a main road and you've got side roads coming off it with side entrances, it's all the same, whether you're in the strikes or out of the strikes. Obviously within the striking period it's going to be a lot more worse,
Yeah.
but it all happens all the time. It's been happening for decades because that's the only way Labour operates.
Yeah.
Labour won't be able to come in unless they go through these people heads of family, and that's why you'll see photographs of councillors when they're up for election. You'll see them standing with those people who control those bank votes,
Yeah.
and those people then have families and they have registered Labour voters, and then those are the ones that don't vote, and this is what we get as a result of it.
Oh.
And it's going to continue to happen. Once the strikes are over, this issue of fly tipping is number one in these areas. So this is Small Heath Ward. So this is the Small Heath Ward.
Yeah.
Have you been into that one?
Not yet.
Come on in.
Let's have a look. Let's go on a wander.
I'm trying to highlight the issue if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Be careful. Now,
Yeah.
this, as you can see, is a nursery.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Feast your eyes on this.
Oh.
Right? Now, this has been going on for over a week. Okay? That's behind there is your playground for the children.
Oh my gosh. And then
Okay.
vermin.
Right? You've got vermin, you've got rubbish, you've got foxes. This is not only a public health hazard,
Yeah.
it's also a massive, huge fire risk.
Yeah. True. Yep.
Okay? So if any of this,
He gets a few kids, and then
Come around.
all it takes is a kid to light that on, and it's
There
all
was
gone.
one
Next
of
to a
the-
wooden fence.
Exactly. So that's combustible material just
Yep.
there. So if you actually saw the one in Alum Rock on Tuesday, I think it was, somebody actually set fire to it.
Yeah.
So as you can see, a lot of this is
gonna
a lot of this is commercial waste. It's not your local issue. Fridges, that's not your normal. This kind of stuff is not normal.
No, not at
So
all.
what happens is, what you'll also find is, when I'm talking about this labour and these bank votes, you have businesses on the bottom, and then you have flats ranging on the top. And a lot of these flats are HMOs, multiple occupancy, or they're from executive housing. So what you have is a lot of turnover when it comes to furniture. So somebody's come in, they've given them the furniture. A few days later, somebody's moved out.
Yep.
Same mattress, and I guess 6 months down the line, that mattress is all peed on and unit. That's why you see so much furniture, so much bedding, sofas dumped. You can go anywhere, most piles, and you'll see furniture.
Yeah.
And then you'll ask who's living above there, and you say, hold on, actually, say, hey, these are not family dwellings at the top.
Okay, it's just in single residence, like bed sets, or
Yeah, basically. So what then happens is that, where's the easiest place for you to dump if you're living there?
straight over the fence.
Jail fence. And we've seen that happen time and time again.
And a lot of people are taking advantage of it. They're thinking someone else has put their rubbish here.
Okay, so it's called the broken windows theory. So if you've got an area that's run down, deliberately run down, and somebody sees rubbish, they say, go time, added one bad thing and make a difference.
That's what they say.
Okay?
Yeah.
In Washwood Heath,
Because I wanted to come up here for a little while, but I thought tensions might be a bit crazy, and I didn't have the time and stuff like that. But then I've seen recently they were clearing it up, but
no, not around there.
I don't know how true that was, because people were lighting them on fire.
Yeah, not around in front. Okay, so that's the Washwood Heath one, and that's before it got. So Washwood Heath, they had a truck on the outside. You know the M shot?
Yeah.
Right. Now look at that. So this was a location, right? On the inside, they just park on the inside. So they put the trucks there would throw the rubbish.
Yeah.
The mistake they made here, they put rubbish. They put the one truck on the outside. I was there and I was helping out.
Yeah.
Right. Look at
Oh,
the length
wow.
of that. Look at the length of that. Now, the point here, I'll tell you what the point here was. This goes on and on and on.
It's like 100 meters.
Yeah, it's loads.
This is an epic failure of Birmingham City Council to grasp
So, and this goes on to the road as well.
the nature of this issue.
And it was when I left there, they kept throwing it.
Of coming here to these strips, these waste trucks, because this is the only option that they have.
This goes on and
Some
on.
cannot get bookings.
So the park's there, the trucks are supposed to be in there. So
Then it's a bit like winning a lottery.
And people don't think they have to wait. They
No,
think
no,
that
no.
they're here to do the like.
what happened was
They should-
the truck was on the road, and when the truck was full, people come in. It had about that much, roughly about that much rubbish. When the
Yeah.
truck was full, the truck left. Because of that much rubbish, within an hour, it went from that much to what you see here. Right? because the trucks were never supposed to have been on the road to start off with, because we know this happens.
That's it. They should have some authority, like a policeman there, or community support officer
They would
put people off from tipping.
This is the council. This is all on the council, because we've told them time and time and again, you need to get to the bottom of the root causes of fly tipping. Who's doing it? Make examples of people, and I'll show you one today in the morning actually. Hopefully.
The thing is, if they wanted to solve it, they could, I reckon.
It's going to cost them more now
Yeah.
to clean it up and resolve the issue than it would had they just agreed with the bin workers. So, where's it gone? So this guy here. So this guy's on further up on that side. It's just on Yardley Green Road. So he just parked up. This is a crate. Parked there. So he's just literally commercial van. Yeah. He's telling in his own language, listen, you're not supposed to be doing this. Right? So all he's doing is taking the bag. He don't care, no care given, just dumping it on the road. Right? So this guy, I'm hoping, will be prosecuted.
Yeah.
Right? As others, because to him it's only 2 bags. But the one I showed you is only 5-6 bags, and all of a sudden it's gone from 5-6 bags to the whole.
And the thing is, he looks like a contractor. He might not even be from the area, and he's.
Most of them are not.
Yeah.
Most of them, when it comes to generous fly tipping like this, commercial waste, are from out.
Yeah.
This is another one on Coventry, off the Coventry where Smalley's Park is. Most of this is commercial waste by those flats.
Yeah, I could tell by the pizza boxes on that corner there.
Yeah.
It's like
it's all commercial waste, right? Because a lot of these shops, they've never been inspected by the council.
I'm sure, yeah.
They have no light. We know, because we actually deal with our part of a group, a local group, a small forum, and we're getting this issue highlighted. We've had Washington Post contact us. We had ITV contact. We've been on ITV. We've been on BBC One Midlands Today. We've been on radio. We've been on Express, independent newspapers. We were trying to get this issue resolved.
The exposure's there. It's just the people that can do it are not pulling their weight now.
The thing is, the problem is that it's been proven now the Birmingham City Council aren't capable of resolving this issue.
No.
So as a forum, what we're saying is the government needs to now step in.
Need to have a mutiny and get them out.
We need to get them out, because this is happened. This is the third time when it comes to equal pay with the bin men. This is not the first time. It's the third time it's happened now.
Yeah.
Within the last 10 years or so, and they're not being able to get on top of it. Right. But the thing is, rats. Have you seen the one of wheelie bins? The wheelie bin itself is actually going up and down the lid, and inside the rats in them, helping out. And
This started off here, literally, the lamppost is there.
But it's normal. But that's normal here all the time. It happens all the time, but not to this extent because of the.
How often do they do collections?
Sorry.
How often do they do the collections?
In Smalley, I just live there. We've had it now after 7 or 8 weeks.
I thought it was probably at least once a week or fortnightly.
No.
You know what? What's sorry, brother? Go on. You carry on. You're more important.
What we've said, nothing important. We were just saying. what we've actually found out is there's institutional racism within Birmingham City Council that's allowed this to happen.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, and I can back that with evidence. You'll go down mile down the road, Yardley, Morley, mostly white area, Sheldon, mostly white area. You ask them, and they say that our rubbish has been picked up every single week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Because there was patches when I was driving through, like a lot of it was clear, but
nothing
then
like this.
And then there's
So the issue that you've got here is that the depot managers, there's 3 depots. There's Atlas, which is in Tyseley. There's Lifford Lane, and I think there's one in Perry Bar. So what happens is the depot managers are the ones responsible for allocating the resources where they go. There's a limited amount of trucks can come out.
Yeah.
So what we are saying is, hold on, why are you always allocating the trucks to go pick up the normal refuse in those areas when we pay the same amount of council tax?
That's it.
Right? Per square metre, we'll actually pay more. Reason because these are tight terraced houses.
Yeah, true.
Whereas some of those are semi-detached.
They've got the space.
Right?
And
Well,
stuff,
square meterage wise, we pay more.
Yeah.
Right, so they're collecting more off us.
Yeah.
So, and then 3 years ago, in 2022, there was a report commissioned where Labour councillors said, and it's been accepted, that we are treated differently, Labour councillors, black and Asian minority, than our white counterparts. And the council accepted that. It's in 2022 report. Right, that's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So when they say lessons have been learned, what's been learned?
That's it. They just change management and then they make all the mistakes.
Right.
They're free to make.
And it's the same councillors. Let's see, as a result of the bin strike and the council being bankrupt, we're going to have to pay more taxpayers' money than it would be had it been if they actually agreed to it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to cost, I reckon, over £10 million to get rid of all this.
Because what you're finding is, like it says, probably when I was growing up in this area, I've been here all my life.
Okay.
There's no one like this. No one like this.
And we used to have, it was a mixture of community. Majority was white,
Yeah.
This street was white.
I love the Irish.
And a lot of it, trust me, I'm telling you, it wasn't. These streets are not the way they are now. We used to have bins, literally like at least every about 20 doors there used to be bins outside. So there was no litter on the floor. And like it says, there's more. The road markings, they're all disappearing now.
But I think the common denominator here is these areas are all Labour controlled.
Yeah.
Right, they're all Labour controlled areas, and they're not standing up because they know they'll lose their seats if they start talking about this. They're more important for them to obey and stick to the ropes to this. So this is the problem that we've got, and it's going to continue, irrespective of whether the bin strikes finish or not, up until we get a change of momentum, a change of thinking in our mentality as to why are we voting in Labour. It's the same old for the last 10-15 years. Nothing's improving. It's still the same.
Yeah.
We want improvement as residents. We want an area clean. We are looked down upon as being dirty. But what do you expect when you've had 6 weeks, 8 weeks of rubbish not being collected? You can't get a slot of the local tips.
I personally think what is, people really and truly what's happening is you got people from coming out of other areas, especially the man with the vans, right, and they're tipping the rubbish in these corners. There's also, I don't know if you know where Oldham Road is and Baby Road Bend. Now I've got the lady's number here from Birmingham Council, and people with the mans with the vans are coming, taking rubbishes off people, and then they're just dumping it places like here.
Yeah.
I've sent an email to Trading Standards because there's people out there now charging £1.50 a bag or £10 for a wheelie bin to get rid of the rubbish.
Yeah.
So I've asked the council, can you please look into this as to do they have waste licenses?
Yeah, that's it. That's the most important. Yeah.
The council stopped commercial wastes going into the depots last November. So these people who are picking up this rubbish, where are they depositing it if they can't go into Tisley? Because each load had to pay for.
Yeah.
The second issue and they come back and they said to me that no, it's all okay. No, it seems okay. I go no. These could be criminal gangs.
True.
Operating.
Yep.
Right. If they haven't got waste carriers license, where they're throwing it. The other thing also is that if they're not registered with DWP, Department of Work and Pensions, how do you know these people are actually legitimate to start off with, right? Where is this money coming? Where is it going? And I've seen it myself. People have paid rubbish, the guys, and they picked it up from that corner, and they literally dropped it in this corner, right? Because when I knocked on people's doors, they said, "Hold on, that's my rubbish. I paid the guy to get rid of it." I go, you need to get back to the bottom of the road and get it picked up. And
you got a chest freezer now.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you got somebody there who's got a fridge freezer in the garden.
Mattresses.
She's left in her own garden, but you got sofas.
These are not people. The bags you can understand people walking and dropping the bags, but the furniture, a lot of this is coming from vans, and we know it's coming from vans. Yeah. But the question is, the council are turning a blind eye. We got CCTV, footage of people doing it, and the council, are you willing to make a witness statement? Yeah, here you are. At the end of it, nothing happens.
No. It's a nice opportunity for opportunists, like as you're saying, like unlicensed waste management.
Criminal gangs?
Yeah.
We just don't know, do we?
But then they don't know what chemicals could be in there. Batteries that they're taking away.
There could be a lot of explosive stuff in there. There's a lot of problems in nitrous oxides.
There's gas.
Nitrous oxides in this issue, in this area. Now we know nitrous oxides can explode within the trucks, and it actually has happened.
Yeah.
And this area is renowned. Smalley, the Bordsley Green, is the actual epicenter for nitrous oxides, right? For the last 10-15 years.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a renowned area for and if some of these bags are full of nitrous oxides, then the issue is that once they go into the trucks and they start crushing them, are we going to have fatalities?
That's it.
At the moment, the concern here is a public health issue, especially with young children, because children are walking past.
That should be number one. Is actually right next door to a nursery, right there.
But these scenes are reciprocated everywhere.
Got nursery here. There's schools there. There's quite a lot of schools around here. Obviously, there's a route here, school up the road.
But then the other problem then is that if somebody with a push chip, somebody wants to drop the kids off and pick them up, what route are they going to use? So now you're putting their lives in danger now.
Yeah.
Right? And you
Children and
guy was driving there.
Yeah.
That's 20 mile an hour limit. 20 mile an hour
He
limit.
was flying down there.
Right. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You get a child coming out here now. All he has to do is the parents come out here. Child just swings in the way.
Yeah. You see it all the time online. I get paranoid blasting through these areas. I'll stick to the speed limit, especially down these little.
I highlighted one on the Charles Road and Somerville Road on Monday, and that's exactly what I said. Because there's a fence and it's full of rubbish. I think if a child comes around here and it's speeding, who's going to see it?
Yeah.
Because people are going to be concentrating on that rubbish, looking over what's going on.
And the child's not going to think, they'll probably think, let me quickly go around the car and then get back onto the path.
They don't know. And luckily, within 24 hours.
Sooner or later, you'll have that side.
I've got to shoot off, guys, because I need to wash my car.
Yeah.
That's it. Take a photo of that.
No good, innit?
Huh?
No good, man.
No good, no good. Crazy.
Why they cancel though?
No, not cancelled. Just on the bike ride.
Yeah, how can we take pictures?
Because it's crazy, like, just pull it online, get some exposure and hopefully get it sorted out.
Everywhere.
Yeah, because I heard for weeks it's been going on. I didn't pay no attention to it, and then
Yeah, for a long time, man.
and then I heard the other day that people were lighting it on fire.
Yeah, just right there.
Yeah, it's
Everywhere, man. Everywhere you go.
some community leader down there. He's just giving me some info, and the amount of rubbish that's piled next to a nursery where little kids
I've
are.
seen it.
Yeah. Right round them areas there, like especially around kids.
Go
You get
Alum Rock, you see.
Alum Rock.
Too much rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyways, bro.
Thank you, yeah. Nice one. Look. Every little nook and cranny. Hope the camera's picking this up. Got a bit of firefly tip there. Wow. Caught a dash in something there. You've got some grass, another fridge. In case I need a quick getaway. But I'm sure I've just seen him throwing some rubbish onto it. Looks like he's doing a house conversion. Giving him the thumbs up as he's driving past. Why would you do that? Quick photo. Absolutely crazy. More rubbish here. I'm guessing it's good for the house prices, it's keeping the house prices down. Look at that, I can't even ride my bike through it. Air fryer, anyone? There's a bed, sofa bed. Any car booters? Look at that. Shoved in every crook and cranny, literally. Cool. See that? There's a lot more fly tip around the back here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's still fucking.
How did they even get in there? Or has that always been in there?
This is private property.
Oh, okay, so
Come on, where you trying to go? Where you trying to go?
no, I'm not trying. I'm just having a look around the area.
Just takes pictures and that.
Yeah, nothing serious. If you don't want to be on the camera, blur your face or cut it out
Yeah,
or
just
whatever.
cut it out.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, yeah. They're setting up shop in that corner. One thing I've noticed about this area, They don't give a crap about parking. Parking is... Like, who parks like that? Who parks like that? It's crazy. Need some milk. Underlay. Who's throwing an underlay away? It's about £100 worth of underlay there. The smell. My goodness. The smell is bad. Look. Oh, shut up. Rubbish there. Across the road. Quick pit stop because my spider senses are tingling about this. Doesn't look inviting. There we are, police on scene. Little mattress there. I've never seen anything as bad as this in my life. Oh wow, it's even onto the pathway. New suitcase, and go for about 80 quid. Oh. That stinks. Oh no. They're inside that residence. Someone's been evicted. That's it, emergency over. Twiglet Legs. Twiglet Legs is on his way back to his car. Oh, I shouldn't say that really. Rude boys are about. See what number he gets. Nah. Flick it harder than that. Whoa. This is all bread. That's bread. Whoa! Up here? Oh. This sat nav wants me to get shot, I swear to God. Where's it taking me? Oh my God. Park fly tip. Watch me get shot by a 12-year-old. I didn't get shot, but I found very much more. I can't even picking this up. A little bit of battery life left. So I had to tighten the ISOs up, which is going to affect the quality, but who wants a new bimmer? Has it got any parts I can pinch off of it? Yeah. Road, path. But no one cares. Someone else's issue, isn't it? Until it's not. God. And it's not even like general, well, it is general, but it's not like rubbish. It's not like food. It's not like fairy washing up liquid bottles. It's purely just fly tip opportunists. Look at that. Got a nice Audi, yeah. Complemented by rubbish. And whilst the wind's died down, so I'll sign off whilst the wind's died down, and I come across a nice big pile. Last inspection, I've seen no rats, but I'm seeing this that I want to get a video of, a photo of. Please stop dropping your rubbish. And it says be a role model. So a few of the neighbours are fed up and are leaving passive aggressive notes. What does it say there? Be responsible, it says there. Look. Be a role model. So that was me on the hunt, inspecting the rubbish council, and they are rubbish. I've been told so. Labour controlled destruction, and I'm finished for the day.